Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Saturday, February 27th. Let me adjust this light a little bit here. Thank those of you that continue to watch, those of you that continue to share, those of you that made a commitment to do these devotions on a daily basis. God will honor that. Trust me. Good morning, Mary. You are so faithful. I was always curious whether Parnell is able to watch with you or whether you watch on your phone or how you do it. Morning, Marcy. Thank you for your loyalty, Marcy. We're at another controversial scriptures here in Matthew. Yesterday we looked at a controversial one where Jesus says that he did not come to bring peace to families, but he came to separate families by those who choose to follow him from those that choose not to follow him, that can separate families. And now he has another controversial one here this morning. Morning, John. Morning, Edie. Says, anyone who loves his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And anyone who does not take their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Another controversial subject. No, he's not telling us that don't love your father or don't love your children. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that Jesus demands that we put him over everything and everyone in our life, is literally what he's saying. So if you have a job where it's causing you to sin, then Jesus says, you have to put me first, which may mean quitting your job. I remember looking back at the time when I was a police force in Santa Ana, and I look back now as a Christian, and I think of how hard that would have been had I been a Christian. Let me just give you one for instance. I can remember a follow-up on to a call, and the other officer, who had way more seniority over me, was mad because he was chasing someone and he tore his pants, crawling under a barbed wire fence. He was so upset that he grabbed the first two people walking down the street, threw them in his car, and arrested them for drunk in public. And he put one of them in my car and told me to take him to the jail, and he would meet me there with the other one. And I remember driving to the jail, and the guy in the back seat with his lunch pail saying, "Officer, what did I do? What did I do wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, if you go against a fellow officer like that, especially when they're in charge, you're ostracized from the whole department. It's kind of like you're a rookie. I was a rookie. You do whatever you're told." So I look back now and think, wow, that would have been a hard decision. Had I been a Christian, I at the time, I couldn't have done that. So Jesus is telling us that we're to put him over people in our life. Not just your job, but also people in your life. Let me give you another friend story. There was a gentleman, I don't even want to mention his name because I'm friends with him on Facebook, but he was a Muslim, from a Muslim family. And he's hung around with a lot of the guys that were in my youth group that were Christians. And I remember the night that he gave his life to the Lord. And as a result of giving his life to the Lord, he was separated from his family. His family wanted nothing to do with him anymore. That he would leave his Muslim faith to go towards Christianity. They literally looked at him like he was no longer their son. This is what Jesus is talking about. You've heard me tell the story when I became a Christian, working with my brothers before they were a Christian, how they would tease me and make fun of me because I didn't want to do the things anymore that I did in the past. I can remember my wife being upset with me when I started tithing to the church. She couldn't understand why I would just give money away to the church at that time. So this is what Jesus is talking about. There was a young girl in my youth group years ago. She lived in close to me here, in the track just on the other side of one of our main streets, and she was going to our same church that I was going to, and I saw her walking one day. So I picked her up and gave her a ride to church. Church at that time, church started at 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So I gave her a ride. And then a few times I gave her a ride till her mother found out that I was giving her a ride, and she refused to allow me to give her a ride to church. She didn't want her going to church to begin with, and certainly didn't want anybody giving her a ride. But this girl continued to go every week through her middle school years, through her high school years, all the way through college. This is what Jesus is talking about here. And he says here in verse 39, whoever finds their life will lose it. When you put people and things ahead of Jesus, you lose it. But whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. That girl that walked to school, she knew the meaning of life. She knew the meaning in life, and she was willing to walk. And it was several miles that she would walk. It had to be at least 4 miles to the church. She did that every Sunday, walk there and then walk back, because she was not allowed to get a ride with anyone. But she put God first, and she found her life. She found meaning in her life. She lost her life to find Jesus. And this is what Jesus is. So he's not saying, don't love your father, don't love your mother, don't love your brothers, don't love your sisters. He's saying, don't love them over me. Don't put them over me, especially if they're trying to separate you from Jesus, trying to keep you from Jesus. So I hope you learned something here this morning. There's going to be times in your life. There's already been times in your life, I can guarantee you that. And there's going to be more times in your life where you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. And many times you're going to know what the right decision is, but you're going to be pulled. You're going to be pulled to make that other decision. You're going to be pulled because there's monetary value there. There's friendship value there. There's promotion at work value there. There's other things that are attractive, that you know that you shouldn't be going that direction, but you probably end up doing it because of the payoff. And Jesus is saying, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put anything or anyone above me. Remember what Jesus said, seek first his kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. What does Jesus say? The Father knows what you need before you even ask him. So choose, if you can choose, always choose the right decision. Always choose God. Always choose Christ over anything else that you have to make decisions about. And then you will never, ever go wrong. God bless you. Have a great day. Tomorrow is Sunday, so you know that we'll have our Sunday message at 10 a.m., children's message at 11 a.m., and then for those of you that are so committed to these daily devotions, Marcy, Mary, Liz, John, see you Monday morning again at 8 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everybody. God bless you all.